It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And here we go from LA. It's Brandon Powell with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And we'll take a glance at their 7th-year QB.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
Receiver in motion, going left. Play action on first down. Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
This is Jones on the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Offense to the line for second down. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. 16 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing here, Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Third down, 1 yard to go. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that, a guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35. Throwing now off play action. Fits it through the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. It's a gain of 22. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Jones trying the left side. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. We've finished 1 quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to SoFi right after this. So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. This a 39-yarder. Smith able to put it through. And that will get them on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Darius Davis to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 Media Days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm can throw the ball all over the field. Been hyper productive statistically, kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
Not on the same page with his tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard. And the Vikings going to the dime package here. 3rd down coming up. Herbert from the gun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. No return on that punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. Minnesota all set to go for its second drive. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now a give to Jones. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. 3rd down coming. To throw, here's Darnold. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. Oh, that one stings. Take the 6 off the board, partner. That was an interference-aided interception.
And he can be as upset as he wants that that play won't count for him or his team, but deep inside he knows that pick 6 probably doesn't happen without the interference on the play.
They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
2nd down carry for Jones. He's got a gain of 6 there. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. 6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. Darnold looking to throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Darnold to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this first half. 3rd time. Now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
To the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down at the 30. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Here's Darnold. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on fourth down. Will Reichert headed out. He was good on his first attempt, and his second from a little over 45 here. Smith able to put it through. And that will add to their score.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Reichert, set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense headed back out for its second drive of the contest. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 38. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. L.A. uses a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He's got it over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. It's Herbert once more. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Now Herbert again. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So once again, J.K. Scott out to punt it away. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. So at halftime, not a lot of scoring to be had so far. We've got a 6-0 ball game. Now we'll go coast to coast. Jonathan Coachman standing by in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Hewer.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the third. First and 10 now from the 30. They go play action. Here's Herbert. He rolls to his right. He can run it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as the QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They give to Dobbins to start the third. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
First and 10 from the 41. Herbert now. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done, defending.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into passing, known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. It's Jones on the toss. Juke the defender. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so is the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
The challenge with so many sacks is it just disrupts everything in the rhythm and timing of your offense. All of these negative plays. Hey, this league and this game is hard enough when you're on schedule. All of these sacks set you behind the chains. Well, you've seen how disruptive it is for this offense.
So on 4th down, it's Ryan Wright out to punt it away. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Herbert back to throw. Finds McConkey. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe. Three quarters in the books from this one. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Play action now for Herbert. Buying some time right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Herbert. That's caught for the first. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. Completed over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. One of the tight ends motioning left. Third down run by Dobbins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. Short pass brought in. They'll come up 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Gets this to McConkey. And he'll go down here at the 16.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers find a way to tie it late. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
They have this try now to put them in front late. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Powell now to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Vikings taking the field on offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here he is to throw. Hockenson reels it in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. Has the connection to Hockenson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Vikings out of the hurry-up need everyone back to the line. Throwing here, Darnold. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. First and 10, here's Jones. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second down now, 7 to go. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he's brought down after getting this to the 17 into the red zone. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Jones once more. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. A lot of pressure on this kick for Will Reichert. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
I know that was a kick he could make in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So it's all coming down to a try from Cameron Dicker. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And that, folks, is your game winner.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. And it took everybody at the end. First to set up that field goal, and then for him to go out and win it with that accurate kick. It wasn't a dominating win by any means, partner, but a great show of resiliency to fight back and steal it away. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.